Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started in just a minute here. All right, I think we can call the meeting to order. Um, and we'll start with a roll call. It's the March 19th meeting of the CEDS committee and RHP committee. And we're going to get started. So we're starting with Alex.
Morning, everybody. Alex Kopsky, Executive Director for Accelerate RHP here in Marquette County.
Glad to have you, Alex. Amy Kratz.
Good morning, everybody. Amy Kratz, Talent Development Liaison with the Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity.
Thank you. Next is Andrew.
Good morning, Andrew with InvestUP, Director of Development and Investment Services.
Thanks, Ann. Next is Anthony Johnson.
Hey everyone, my name is Anthony. I am located in Baraga. I work for Michigan State University Extension at the Product Center, and I'm a food business consultant. And I service the whole UP.
Great, glad to have you. Next is Ashley Selnow.
Good morning, Ashley Selnow, Director of Human Services at Community Action.
Thank you for joining us. Next is Charlie Loper.
Morning, everyone. Charlie Loper with the State of Michigan Office of Rural Prosperity.
Thanks, Charlie. Dave Nyberg.
Good morning, everyone. Dave Nyberg, Executive Director for Business Engagement and Economic Development at Northern Michigan University. Good to see you.
Thank you, Dave. Next is Deanna Johnson.
Good morning, Deanna Johnson, Executive Director, Marquette County Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you, Deanna. Dottie LaJoy.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Dottie LaJoy, Executive Director for QPAD.
Thank you, Dottie. Holly Toma.
Morning, Holly Toma, Area Specialist out of the Gladstone Office for Rural Development. Good morning.
Good morning. Next is Julie Carla.
Good morning, Julie Carla with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Thank you very much, Julie. Next is Kathleen Henry.
Hi, good morning. I'm Kathleen with the Superior Watershed Partnership.
Thank you. Lindsay Clark.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, I'm just a little slow while I'm on the road, but good morning, everybody. Lindsay Clark with the MEDC.
Good morning, Lindsay. Glad to have you. Next is Michelle LaJoy.
Good morning, everyone. Michelle LaJoy, Executive Director for Elder Marquette Community Action Agency.
Thank you, Michelle. Next is Nate Heffron.
Hi, Nate Heffron, City Manager, City of Nagani.
Thank you. Next is Nikki Bash.
Good morning, everybody. Nikki Bash with Great Lakes Housing Services.
Thanks, Nikki. And Ray Govis.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ray Govis. I'm the Community Development Manager for the MEDC in the Upper Peninsula.
Thank you very much, Ray. Ryan Carrick.
Ryan Carrig, Community Planner with QPAD.
Thank you, Ryan. And I see Ryan Stern.
Good morning, everyone. Ryan Stern, UP staff rep for the Michigan Building Trades.
Thank you. Next is Sam Stonelake.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Sam Stonelake, I'm Business Development Manager for the MEDC.
Thank you very much, Sam. Next is Stacy.
Hey, good morning. Stacy Hoy, Upper Peninsula Field Deputy for the Michigan DNR.
Thank you, Stacy. Next is Terry Toma.
Hi, Terry Toma LaFave from UpCap, Deputy Director.
Thank you very much. Glad to have you. Next is Victoria.
Good morning, Victoria George with Schoolcraft Tourism and Commerce in EDC.
Thank you, Victoria. And last but not least, Vince Bevins.
Good morning, Vince Bevins with the Michigan Department of Transportation, Region Planner here for the UP.
Great. Thank you very much, all, and glad to get started. So this is going to be kind of a short meeting that we have. I'm just sharing the grants, training opportunities, events, and some new legislation that just came out. But I'm glad we have Holly on the call because our first grant that I'm going to be telling you about is the USDA Rural Business Development Grant. So this is Holly's particular area of expertise. Holly, did you want to share on this at all? I noted that people can reach out to you, but I think the program is still not open yet, but coming soon.
Yeah, so that's correct. So currently that Rural Business Development Grant is still in the clearing process at the national office. We've been told soon, but we don't know when. So these are projects that are going to help rural small businesses. Past things we've done, some marketing plans. We've done some marketing of industrial parks. We've done things like farmers markets. I've helped with trail grooming equipment, things like that. So if you've got a project that you think is going to go ahead and help a rural small business, something we could talk about. And when the application opens up, I can let you know, Ryan. I can also take that last one too, that value-added producers grant. So this is currently something we're accepting applications on, and this is if you are producing an agricultural product. So let's say you make apples and you're turning it into applesauce. This is a grant that could potentially help with marketing or expansion. There's no equipment that can be purchased with it. Or I think there's a small dollar amount, but it's nominal. The state of Michigan, MDARD, has a larger value-added producer grant for equipment, but it's something that we could help. If you've got some people in your area, you can put them in touch with me, and then we can talk about whatever they're growing and how they're turning it into a value-added product. So,
thank you very much, Holly. And
sure.
I'm wondering, Anthony, with the product center, it seems like that's kind of in your wheelhouse too. The food manufacturing aspect of it. Can you talk to that at all? How you can use your services to help with development?
Yeah, I sure can. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, so at the Product Center with MSU Extension, we help small business entrepreneurs go from kind of cottage food law, maybe selling at the farmer's market, and helping them grow and scale to get kind of wholesale contracts and get into regional retailers and so forth. And so, yeah, grants is something that we're kind of like tangentially helping people with. We don't write applications for entrepreneurs, but we make sure to kind of cross promote opportunities and yeah, in general, help people kind of with their costs and really understanding that is kind of a key component that a lot of entrepreneurs miss. So we want to make sure that folks are not just doing this as a hobby, but they're actually making money from their business and then helping them kind of navigate the regulatory landscape to get, whatever their product might be, hot sauce, jams, jellies, whatever that looks like, kind of navigating the regulatory landscape to get that into, maybe a regional Meyer, maybe the co-op. Kind of looks different for each entrepreneur, but that's really the high level of what we help folks with.
Thanks very much to you both. And our next grant is coming through the National Park Service. It's the Paul Brunn Historic Revitalization Grants Program. It's not open yet. It's anticipated to open in the spring, and they're running it through the state historic preservation offices. So SHPO is going to have this opportunity available soon. It's for rehabilitation of historic buildings to drive economic revitalization in rural communities. So I think you can stay tuned to this link here on SHPO's website or on the MEDC's website and wait for more information. The next grant is a package of opportunities, actually. It's through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis. They announced their 2026 community investment programs for housing and community development. I say I see flyer for details, but I didn't attach the flyer because the data size was too big for email. So I'll post all these flyers that I had attached to this on our website, along with the recording of this meeting, so you can all get some of these. But they have programs for new homeowners, for rehabilitation programs, and various other things. So to access these programs, actually your local banks that are members of Federal Home Loan Bank have access to these programs, and you access these programs through those financial institutions that are the members of FHLBI. So it's important to develop strong relationships with these financial institutions and understand their programs better, so we can get them to our communities and households. Next is an opportunity I saw from the Housing Assistance Council. It's a technical assistance program called One Rural TA program. And that opportunity is open till March 31st, and it can assist groups like this one or your or the county-based work groups in developing their housing programs. Also, housing organizations, and so check that out if you're interested in some technical assistance. Next one is Michigan Infrastructure Office, or MIO, has recently announced their 2026 technical assistance support for federal grants. It's I think particular federal grants that they've selected that they'll help with. So I'm not sure which ones those are, and maybe Ryan Carrick, if you have any more information, you could step in, but I think the deadline is April 2nd to apply for their technical assistance to help you with their future federal grant opportunities.
Yes, mostly focused on transportation, FEMA grants. There's a couple other, they're large scale construction project grants basically in this round that were anticipated to open in the spring.
Thank you. And the last one is U.S. Forest Service has a community wood grant program available, and I think that's for things like wood-based energy systems and similar things like that. I don't know much about that grant program, so I'm going to move on. So for training opportunities, there's a virtual offering of the Planning and Zoning Essentials. That's MAPS, Michigan Association of Planning's flagship course. That's good tools for your planning commissioners. And that is March 25th and 26th, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And then always offered is the Citizen Planner online course. That's through MSU Extension. That's a self-paced virtual course, so you can take it at your leisure. That's a little bit longer than the Planning and Zoning Essentials. That's it's a full comprehensive course that's offered there. Very good. I've taken both of these, and they're both very worthwhile. Especially for your planning commissioners. Next, Amy Kratz sent this, so you may jump in here anytime, but the Constructive Conflict Through Conversations course is going to be offered in Marquette May 1st, and I have a flyer for that I'll post on the website. Did you want to say anything on that, Amy?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. And then MSU Extension is offering a slew of training opportunities coming up here in the UP. And the first is actually a virtual offering. It's Public Act 58 amendments to the Land Division Act explained. So this is the amendments that were passed at the end of last year to the Land Division Act that allowed more splitting of land than was previously allowable. Communities have the opportunity to pass a local ordinance that restricts the splitting of land to keep it the same as it was currently. So if you don't want your community's land to be too fragmented, this might be a concern for communities that are on the outskirts of an urban area. Then you'll want to take this course. I think it's good for legislative bodies and planning commissioners and zoning administrators especially. And then offered in Gwin on May 19th and June 2nd. It's a double package here. You can apply to be on both of these, or register to be on both of these, and you'll get a discounted fee. It's related to planning and zoning decision making. And then April 27th through 30th, MSU Extension is offering a really great course on tools for effective facilitation. So I think this is going to be good for anybody who hosts meetings. Yeah, it's a 3-day course. It's a little bit pricey. I think it's $900 for the 3-day course. But there's a lot to get out of this. So I think anybody who's a leader and leads meetings would benefit from it very much. And then similarly to the constructive conflict through conversations, MSU Extension is offering virtual course May 6th on communicating through conflict. And then for events, on April 9th, Michigan Recycling Coalition is hosting the Business of Recycling and Local Economic Development in Marquette. And Ryan, if you have any details on that, would you be willing to share them?
Believe this is an EPA sponsored event series. The rest of them took place in Lower Michigan, and this is the final one of 5 in the Upper Peninsula. And it brings together Eagle, Michigan Recycling Coalition, and some outside consultants to talk about opportunities to promote recycling within businesses and add recycling feedstocks to business processes.
Great, thank you. And I saw on their website when I was looking at it for this, I saw they had circular economy grants. I think they just closed or were closing in like a day or two. But yeah, so our next event is Office of Rural Prosperity's Rural Prosperity Summits, and it's going to be hosted in Lansing on April 20th. And then dates for the Eastern UP and Western UP are in June and July, respectively. They haven't been determined yet, but it's going to be coming to the UP. So if you're thinking about maybe going down to Lansing, just be aware that they're also going to be hosted in the UP. And then this is an RHP Regional Housing Partnership sponsored event. Housing Now is hosting the Central UP Housing Solutions Summit on May 6th at the Northern Center. And this is going to be a really great opportunity for all the working groups to come together and discuss their strategies and learn about what other strategies other communities are working on. There's going to be a legislative panel, a developer panel, a keynote speaker, and lots of conversation to go around. We're still tightening up the agenda on that, but this is going to be a really worthwhile activity, and I think each of our county-based working groups are allowed 2 free registrations to this event. So yeah, I'll share that information out later. So if you're interested, I have a flyer for that I will also be posting. And then next is MISHA's Building Michigan Communities Conference. It's on May 12th and 13th in Lansing. And we're planning, the Regional Housing Partnership is planning on sponsoring a group of partners to go down to that. I think we got about 15 or 16 individuals that are all coming with us to Lansing to attend. And then coming up on May 14th is the Spring UP EDA meeting. And the topic of that is housing and mining. So this is going to be a good one to tune into. It's virtual, and I also have a flyer for that, which I will post on our website, and that's a 2-hour long event. Following that is the UP Land Conservancy is hosting the UP Stewardship Summit on May 22nd from 10 to 3 at the Northern Center. And this is a lot of the UP's conservation organizations coming together. There's going to be learning circles and learning from each other's strategies and priorities, and sharing what their service areas are and all that good stuff. It's all for the benefit of land and water in the Upper Peninsula. And then CEDM Small Town and Rural Development Conference is June 1st through 3rd at Crystal Mountain Resort. And that is a really great community development conference. And then finally, it's yet to be determined, but I'm thinking it's going to be sometime in July. I have a meeting right after this meeting to kind of plan for it, but MISHDA's statewide housing plan is getting a refresh, and they want us the RHP, to host a town hall sometime in preparation for that. So I'll be sharing information on that as I start planning that. So does anyone have any questions on anything so far?
Hey, Brian, not a question. I just wanted to chime in and would like if you could add on your list of events on June 11th, Thursday in Gladstone, the MEDC will be hosting our Region 1 Educational Forum. And we'll be inviting some of our teammates from Lansing, as well as regional partners, to come to a great educational session. I'll be taking most of the day, and really excited to see folks down there. And then I would expect to see registration info coming out over the next month or so.
Hey, Ryan, this is Sam with the MEDC. I'll post the link in the chat if folks want to get registered for that and some more information. So,
thanks, Sam.
Cool. I appreciate it, guys. And then legislative news. We have there is a new federal bill cruising through Congress. It's HR 6644. It's the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. It is a combined bill that combines the 21st Century Housing Act and the Road to Housing Act. It is aimed at increasing supply, reducing regulatory barriers, and expanding financing tools for development. And that has passed the House and the Senate and is on its way back to the House. And the White House has stated its support for it. So it's very likely to get passed. So check this bill out and find out what's in store there. And then there are two sort of competing bill packages at the state level. There's the My Home Program Act. It's HB's 5660 and 5661. This is directly reflects the My Home program from the Michigan Municipal League that we received a presentation on at our last meeting, last SUDS meeting. And there's a lot of really cool stuff in that incentivizes housing development improvements, both at the local municipal level and for developers. And then there's another housing package, the Michigan Housing Readiness Package. I don't think I included all of the bills. I think there's like 8 of them actually. But these you know, they have some preemption in them. I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. There's definitely good aspects of some of these bills. that I like, but some that are require a lot of thinking through, particularly in regard to lot sizes and infrastructure capacity that we have in our rural communities. But I'd suggest you take a look at both of these package and make your own decisions about them. And feel free to reach out to your legislators about any advocacy. And then finally, I have this brand new resource from Sarah Mills at University of Michigan. This is the What Michigan Local Governments Should Know About Data Centers. And this has been a super hot topic across all of Michigan lately. So I think this is going to be a good resource to dig into. Yeah, and I guess I'm part of a working committee that is focused around data centers with Gene Hardy and Sarah Mills and Jerry Warma and a number of other statewide leaders, and we're trying to think through all the things that local governments need to be considering with all this. And that's all I got right now. Does anybody else have anything to share that they would like to tell us about? Let me just check the chat here and see if there's anything. Okay. All right, there's nothing else. So if nobody has anything else, then I think I can give you back your time for the rest of the hour here. And all right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Our next meeting is May 21st. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Thanks, Ryan. Have a good
Thanks,
day,
Thanks,
everyone.
Ryan.
Yep.
Bye,
Be
all.
safe, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.